Okay, so I have a message for generational curse breakers. So if you consider yourself a generational curse breaker, this message is for you. This is also timeless, so whenever you're seeing this message, it's meant to find you, okay? I have two messages, very strong messages in regards to this collective. I'm going to start with the most important one that Spirit wants me to start off with. And here's the message for you, okay? Control is an illusion. You can't control the outcome. You only have control over your actions. You can't try and control a situation to get a specific outcome. That's called manipulation. You must surrender to God the how. The how. As you continue to take steps in the what right now in each present moment. If you try to control from your limited ego mind, you limit God on how He can bring things to you. You essentially are telling God, logically, I can only understand that this is the only way that this particular thing or situation I want can come in for me, so I will have to do XYZ to get it. When there are ways in which God can effortlessly give you what you need and want, your only job is to listen to that calling, be present in each moment, present enough for you to hear or know what you need to do next, even if it's as simple as going to a particular store. God is always guiding you towards aligned synchronicities, but you have to surrender and let go of the manipulating in order to receive it. It takes much more energy to manipulate a situation than it does to take aligned action. So that message came through a few days ago, and usually the way my messages work is like Spirit gives me downloads, bits and pieces, and then they all come through a few days later to all like kind of like wrap up in like one message, if that makes sense. So that was the first one. The other message, and like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but there's a lot of confirmation signs that I'm going to be giving, that Spirit gave, for you to know if this, message really resonates with you. Obviously, if you're feeling it in your soul, you don't necessarily need the confirmation signs, but the message itself could be a confirmation sign, but regardless. So this collective is struggling right now with control, as the message that I previously just mentioned about control. Spirit is saying that Spirit is guiding you into an energy of ease and flow at this time, because right now you're going through a struggle with control, like a power dynamic with control, and this energy of control that you're in is your hyperactive masculine energy, trying to protect you. Okay. And so Spirit is saying to get back into your state of trust. Spirit gave me the image of river rafting, and going down the river, and like an image of like you like fighting the current and trying to go upstream when the raft is going like this way. And Spirit is saying like stop fighting against the current. It's futile or futile. However you say the word, but yeah, and so like whatever situation you're going through right now, whatever feelings that are arising, whatever is going on with you in particular, Spirit is just saying that you have to surrender to what is happening, and you have to let go of this need to control, and also this need to like know everything, because that part of you that wants to know everything that's going to happen before it happens is a part of you trying to stay safe. And so Spirit is just saying like you have to let go. Like imagine yourself right now in that raft. You would know that it would be like futile to like try and like put your hands like upstream and like I don't know what it's called, the paddles, but like paddle upstream, because it's like the river is just going to take you. You're not going to be able to go the opposite direction when the river is taking you somewhere, okay? So trust the river. Trust where it's taking you. Spirit is saying that this also has to do with your purpose, with your calling. I got the messages of the words diamond in the rough, and then I heard the song Shine Bright Like a Diamond by Rihanna. The other confirmation signs is casualty, theft, petty crime, assault. And then another message about being triggered by an isolation period that you're in right now, as well as the word seasonal depression, catfish, starstruck, and then also a message here about feeling ashamed or disappointed by it was weird. It's like the words that I got was ashamed, disappointed, and then ulterior motives. And the way that I was interpreting this was, I mean, I don't want to make it fit for I don't know, but the way I was interpreting it is somebody's feeling ashamed for doing something from an ulterior motive, and you're feeling disappointed by somebody's actions towards you. I don't know. That's just the way I was interpreting the messages. But take it how it resonates. There was also a message here about you still feeling trapped, although you are flying above a familial situation or pattern. So you, generational curse breaker, are going through yet another cycle of something that you have went through before. It's different for everybody watching this, but this could be about codependency. This could be about something that, you know, usually triggers you, like the other message here, triggered by isolation. So there's something about maybe triggering you about being alone or feeling alone or whatever it is that is causing this anxiety for you at this time. And Spirit is saying that to pay attention to how you're responding differently, and that this isn't meant to bring you back into cycles. Confirmation, I just got a message on my phone, but yeah, pay attention to how you're responding differently. This isn't meant to bring you back into cycles. It's meant to help strengthen you and to show you your evolution, your growth, and your healing. Spirit says don't believe everything you feel. Allow it to just flow through you. Because there's energy here. The message came through that there's solar plexus issues coming up. So like a self-worth wound, a rejection wound coming up. And Spirit is saying just because you are re-experiencing these feelings and what is it called? Like you're tapping into yet another layer, right, of this deep wound. And that's another thing that was coming through, is like you may have felt like you have already worked through this, and you're like, really, like, again, I'm going through this again, or I'm feeling this energy again. And there's like this feeling of like defeat, but like Spirit is saying that like you're not even the same person. You're not even responding in the same way that you did before. Like, remember yourself a few years ago, or, you know, not even a few years ago. Remember yourself just last year or a few months ago, and how you responded to a certain situation, maybe this same cycle, okay? And Spirit is saying that to give yourself a pat on the back, verbatim what Spirit said, give yourself a pat on the back. Oh, okay, sorry, I'm flip-flopping because there's a lot of messages I'm reading off, but yeah, so you're doing really well. I am really feeling this like desire to restart the message and start over, and because I feel like this isn't like flowing in the way that I had wanted it to, despite having all these channel messages on here. And I feel like that is also another message about perfectionism. So I feel like there's something coming through about you working through perfectionism, you working through when you make a mistake and you fail, it's like how you respond to that. Like, do you beat yourself up, or do you like just feel like, you know, it's just like notice how you're responding differently, okay? I feel like definitely past me would have just like ended the video and like restarted multiple times because I didn't feel like it was perfect. And this is a part of, as well, if you're a generational curse breaker and you do align with the Starseed Collective that I channel for, this could also be a message for you about the throat chakra awakening that's happening within you, about speaking your truth and about authenticity. And it's something that's, you know, really hard for you to do because of the fact that, you know, there's a fear that you won't be accepted, or you will be abandoned if you do speak your truth, or if you are authentic. That was a side note I felt called to share. So if you do feel aligned with that little message, I would consider going back to one of my other messages, the Lemurian Starseed message that I gave not too long ago. I think it was last week. So I have another message. The last one here is for, I feel like it's just one person in particular, but I still felt called to share it. Something that is bugging you right now about a certain situation, or a certain situation that you're in, it's been on your mind, it's been bugging you, will be squashed, Spirit says, okay? And a refreshing energy / situation will take its place. So I feel like that was for somebody out there that is, I don't know, maybe only for like a handful of you guys, but I felt called to share it. And yeah, so that's your message. Just to recap, let go of control, surrender. Remember that you trying to control the situation outside of you, or you taking certain actions to get a specific, outcome is manipulation. And Spirit is saying, like, you don't need to think and figure out like what actions you should take in order to get to a specific outcome. All you need to do is feel into what is your very next step in each present moment. And because that way you leave yourself open to getting things effortlessly. Just to give you an example, and it's funny because I literally got this channel message like, I think it was like 4 days ago, and I didn't give out the message yet because, like I said, I wait until all the messages come through and they're ready to flow out and Spirit tells me, okay, it's time. So I had the channel message in my notes on my phone. Anyways, literally yesterday, I felt called to go to a particular store. I usually always go to the same 2 stores. Like I usually go to like Trader Joe's and Sprouts for my food because I am lactose intolerant, so I have to have like certain foods. Like I try my best to eat really healthy. And I felt called to go to Grocery Outlet, and I'm like, no, you know, I was like, part of me was kind of fighting it. I was like, oh, I should just go to the same places I usually go. But I'm like, no, I'm just going to listen to my intuition. So yesterday I went to Grocery Outlet and I found my favorite creamers that are usually like $7 at Sprouts. I found them for $1.99 at Grocery Outlet. I found a whole bunch of like dairy-free snacks, and like I just literally got blessed, and like Spirit just guided me there, and I was like so happy because I'm like, I'm so glad that I listened to that, even that little like intuition, that little nudge of like Spirit telling me like, hey, go here, you know, because I was able to get some new things and try new foods or whatever, and they were cost effective, so I was really happy about that. And so it was funny because after, when I was rewriting the channel message, because it was on my phone in my notes, so I rewrote it on here so I can like give the message to you guys. And when I got to the part where it said, even if that means going to a particular store. So I didn't know what that meant at the time when I channeled that message. And then, you know, yesterday happened, and then, yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh, like literally Spirit was like, anyways, it was like a synchronicity, and just, you know, goes to show like you're super aligned, you know, you're in the right spot at the right time kind of thing. And also it's like a confirmation of the message that I was getting. So yeah, I really hope this message helps. If it does help you, please like and subscribe, and those really help these videos to be pushed out a little bit more. I just started this channel only a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, so but the more likes or the more subscriptions, the more the videos will go out. But yeah, I hope that this message helped you. I appreciate you being here, and yeah, just take it one day at a time and everything will be okay. See my kitty? But yeah.